little sight fishing action. Not a huge fish, but man, sure did work on her for a long time. She's probably only 3 pounds, but you gotta love that. Sight fishing, FHC Outdoors. So what I wanted to show you guys was kind of how I approach my sight fishing, especially when it comes to beds. It's kind of a strange time right now. The water temps are mid-60s. Some fish are locked on, and some fish aren't. So it's kind of a strange year for me when it comes to sight fishing. I've only had a few that I've caught. Obviously, you take a picture, you release them as quick as you can. They actually, you can watch them go right back to their beds and you know, without a hitch. So I'm going to kind of show you the area that I was targeting, how I found her, and just walk you through a couple tips, and hopefully it'll help you guys go out there and catch some more fish. As you guys can see, it's just a rocky shoreline with some vegetation here, and the thing that I like to do is I look for vegetation like this, but what you're really doing is you're looking for spots, just like this big hole here that you're looking at. It's surrounded by vegetation, there's rocks, and it's a really great place for, you know, a largemouth to set up and spawn, because there's basically you know, 3/4 of the bed is protected from rocks and weeds, and so the fish, you know, she really only has to concentrate on protecting one side of the bed, or one side from intruders. And so this right here is actually right where her bed was, and there's a rock, and she actually laid, she went up there up on top, and that's where she was going to have her little spawning session. So that's kind of how it sets up. I always look for holes. Eggs need sunlight, and actually you can see the fish is right back on her bed, and not really sure if you can see, but you know, make sure you're targeting areas that have direct sunlight. You always want to look for protection, so lay downs like trees, anything like rocks. And you know, real simple. Sometimes it takes a while. The more they move their fins, the more agitated they are, and that's pretty much the 101 of sight fishing. So for baits, I keep it pretty simple. I usually do a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce bullet weight, and some sort of creature bait. And you know, I do use bobber stops to peg, and you know, a lot of people you know, sight fish and bed fish different ways, but I've really just found this is the easiest way to do it. And you know, really what it comes down to is the female committing to the bait. It may take 5 minutes, it may take you 25, 35, or 45 minutes for that fish to actually commit to the bait and you know, try and move it off the bed by picking it up in its mouth. And so you know, a bobber stop, a little 3/8 ounce weight, creature bait. This is a Reaction Innovations bait, and I usually go with like a 4/0 hook, and you know, keep it real simple. You don't want to move the bait a whole lot. When it comes to skittish fish, they actually like it better if you just kind of let it just sit there, and it's really a game of doing nothing when it comes to that point. You know, the more a fish or a female moves her fins, the more agitated she's becoming, and when you get to that point, you know that it's just minutes away, and that, you know, you can get ready to catch that fish, take a quick picture of her, get her back in the water, make sure she goes back down there, and you know, I've never seen a female not go back to the bed. And so you know, it's a safe way to fish. You get them, take a picture, get them right back in the water. Try out the Reaction Innovations baits. You know, try yourself a bullet weight, see if that helps. When it comes to wind and boat position, it has to be spot on. You can't let your boat and your trolling motor get in the way or spook that fish. So you have to make sure, you know, if you're in a bass boat and you got power poles, that's great. If you're like me, I'm in a john boat. Literally, I'll use either my trolling motor or my outboard as an anchor. Really, when you get up on the shoreline, you can just kind of lay it down, and it's fine. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out my other videos. I'm not as busy as I was last year, but I'm trying to fulfill a lot of the requests that I'm getting by email. So thanks for watching. It's Dan, FHCOutdoors.com. Have yourself a great day.